dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Meet the D's.
One clothed and one clothed.
Being a double day's a good job, mate. Challenging work, indoors. I guarantee you'll go hungry. Because we don't make money. Welcome to the Double Do Experience, everybody. No guest this week because I'm fucking lazy and forgot to message people. We're not even gonna beat around the bush. We're going straight to it right now. Hashtag fix Tf2. Formerly hashtag save Tf2 if you have a good memory, which most people don't because of the internet nowadays. So if you don't remember this hashtag, I'm gonna explain it to you real quick. There is a video juego called one of my favorite video juegos of all time, a legitimate top 5 game for me, still, to this day, actually. Like, of my top 5 video games of all fucking time, and I'm not even joking. If you are an OG Nintoonist fan, you probably know what game I'm talking about. And if you're not, I already said it in the fucking hashtag, it's Tf2. Team Fortress 2. And if you don't know what Team Fortress 2 is, which would be shocked. I mean, most people on the internet do. It's become such a beacon of internet culture. All the parodies, the fact that the characters are used in serious and both funny videos, like the fight for Sawmill, among many of the other dramatic TF2 videos. Genuine, huge inspirational works to me. Team Fortress 2 is the sequel to the granddaddy of class-based first-person shooter multiplayer gaming. Team Fortress was a mod of Quake. That's how it originally started. That's how that shit started way back in the day. They made a sequel to it, and instead of making it a generic shooter like they were originally going to, with just normal soldiers or whatever, they decided, we want this game to last decades, and gave it the most unique art style imaginable. All the characters look like Pixar characters, basically. Outlandishly violent, but it's cartoony, so like it balances out, and they gave each character succinct personalities, gave the game the most labyrinthine lore through the comics of all time, deeper than pretty much any of the other Valve games, in my humble opinion, as well as something very inspirational to me, as I've talked about on the podcast before when we're talking about, you know, the industrial age and stuff. So Team Fortress 2 was a huge class-based multiplayer game, and it still is. Before your fucking, your Valorants, your PUBGs, you play
your
unknown
Overwatch.
Battleground, your Overwatches, which, if for those of you listening who love Overwatch, this game, Overwatch...
is its grandfather.
Overwatch took so much inspiration from Team Fortress 2 to the point where there's things in it that they just blatantly ripped off.
You know,
Torbjorn.
the thing is too...
Torbjorn, can I just real quick? Torbjorn,
yeah, go ahead.
just to give you guys one example, is he's the builder class. He builds sentry guns with 200 metal, which is an in-game unit unique only to him. He is literally the engineer. That is what the engineer does in TF2 to the fucking letter. And the gameplay feels a lot like it too. So if you're a fan of Overwatch, without TF2,
there would be no Overwatch.
Or there would be Overwatch, and it would probably suck.
Yeah. And
But it sucks now anyway. But that's a different story.
Well, they're both sucking at the moment.
Now they both suck, and the reason they both suck is because for the last couple of years or so, Team Fortress 2 has been plagued with issues. To preface this, Valve very adamantly, they very clearly don't care about it anymore because they stopped giving the game major content updates a very long time ago. They still just monetize the game with hats and with trading and all that stuff in their Steam community marketplace where you can buy weapons and buy hats and buy like rare items in the game and whatnot. You can still do all that. But that's the extent. No big content updates anymore, like the Scout update or the Meet Your Match update or the Inferno update, all that crazy stuff that we used to look forward to that added new maps and weapons and all that stuff. That's been gone for a long time. That didn't kill the game, though, because the core gameplay is just so incredible in Team Fortress 2 that people still play it. Just a year ago, even with all the issues that it's been experiencing, which we'll get to in a second, it had its highest concurrent player base ever. For a game that came out in 2007.
So that's 17 years. Wow, shit. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. This game has been around before all of your other like multiplayer FPSs or your class-based ones. There was Team Fortress 2, a staple of internet culture. Even if you don't know what the game is, you've probably seen online memes or online videos with these characters.
You've seen SFM movies as well.
Yeah. You've seen memes with these characters on the screen as placeholders for other characters. You know Team Fortress 2, even if you don't think you do. So, why is TF2, this 17-year-old game, all of a sudden, like, you know, people are talking about it like this? Team Fortress 2, for the last 3 years at this point, and it's gotten way worse as the years have gone on, has been unplayable. Like, literally unplayable.
Explain, please.
Yeah, you can boot up the game, you can play it, you can go to servers, community servers, but you can't actually play the game. You see, when companies start to neglect a game for a really long time, like every single Call of Duty after a couple of years, it gets infected with bots and hackers and all this bullshit over and over. It's bots. There have been rumors or like, you know, number figures that have come out that's at some point said that half of the concurrent players on it were literal bots. And what's the problem with these bots? It's already bad enough that you're not playing with real people, but the problem with the bots is that they're just there to ruin your time. If you go into any Team Fortress server right now, or the official Valve servers, I should say, community servers for the most part are still fine, but even they've been infested with bots from time to time. What you're gonna see is a bunch of snipers running around, pointing their gun vertically, sniping you through the walls, in between, from across the map, and then just spamming voice commands saying, "Good job, mate. Nice shot, mate. That's a good shot, mate. Nice shot, mate. Great shot, mate." It's been basically destroyed. In official Valve servers, you cannot play the game anymore. It's gotten so bad to the point where the game is legit unplayable, and even in community servers, they've been infesting them. For the past, we'll put this on screen right now, for the past 5 years or so, I'm reading this verbatim, Team Fortress 2 has become nearly unplayable. The game's official servers have been overrun by hordes of cheating aimbots, which aimbot, if you don't know what aimbot is, it's when you have a bot that automatically aims for you. There have been TF2 players who have used that shit before to cheat. While Valve has remained steadfast in their refusal to adequately tackle the problem. The lack of developer interference has thrown the game into a state of turmoil with seemingly no end in sight. And before I get to this next part here, you might be thinking, well, what's Valve gonna do? What's the situation with Valve? This has been going on for 5 years with zero acknowledgement? No. Almost 2 years ago to the day, actually, they tweeted this. TF2 community, we hear you. We love this game and know you do too. We see how large this issue has become and are working to improve things. 217,000 fucking likes. I don't even know how many views. They acknowledged it after there was a whole petition, a whole hashtag called Save TF2 because the game was in an unplayable state. So naturally,
2 years ago.
The internet was cause for celebration, and then, like Dennis just said right now, 2 years ago, nothing.
It would be like, oh yeah, happy day. If someone just found out about this tweet but didn't even look at the date yet, it's like, oh, happy day, like it's great. Like, when was it tweeted out? It's like 2 years ago. Huh? 2 years ago.
It was like the South Park episode where Canada goes on strike. And then they make that shit deal after losing millions of dollars from not doing anything. And then the Canadian Prime Minister is just partying dun 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 dun. Celebrate good times. Then Terrence and Phillip come in just we lost $3 billion doing the strike. It's but now we all have coupons to Denny's or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. Could you lower your input a little bit?
Oh,
just a tad. I'm hearing myself echo. It's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we as the TF2 community, we were the Canadian government at the time. We were celebrate good time. 2 years, nothing.
Was there no follow-up within those 2 years?
Nope.
No one, like, not everyone, like, kind of just reached out again and just asked, like, hey, any word on that update or any word on, like, what you guys are doing at all? Like, and they just went radio silent? Like,
evidently not. The rumor is, because Valve acknowledged this, and this is not confirmation of anything, the rumor is that Valve tried to fix it, but I don't know the technical specifications. I read it somewhere on, like, fucking Reddit. But bottom line is that it was too expensive for them to fix with not much monetary return or some shit like that. I don't know what the whole deal was, but it's fucked, right? Because not only is the game in an unplayable state, Valve is still profiting from it. They still have taken in millions from this game over the years because of the in-game transactions, which you could still do. You could still buy shit in this game that is released on their Steam page that is in a genuine unplayable state. The least you could say they owe to us, if they're gonna keep, you know, if they're gonna, you know, keep like microtransactions or stuff like that in this game, is to make it functional.
at the very least.
At the very fucking least. As far as content updates go, if you're still like wanting, like, you know, Tf2 to release consistent updates again, or like big content patches and stuff, rather than just like bug fixes like Valve does now,
those days are over.
It's been like 17 years. Get the fuck over it. Get over it. Like, the game is still amazing for what it is. We don't need a bunch new weapons anymore. The game's heyday has passed a long time ago. I'm saying this as somebody who still thinks it's the best class-based first-person shooter ever made. I think it's better than Overwatch. I think it's better than fucking Valorant.
A lot of
I think
things
it's
are better than Overwatch at the moment.
Well, yeah, but that's maybe not the biggest bar. But, you know, point is, I thought it was always better than Overwatch, even when everyone said Overwatch was better, okay?
You did try it that one time, though. You did give Overwatch a shot.
I was trying to cash in, is what I was trying to do. It didn't fucking work. That's why I stopped pretending to enjoy it.
You did enjoy that porn, though.
Oh, dude, the Overwatch porn is better than the game. We all know that.
Honestly.
We all know that. So, this has been the state of the game for years. And it sucks because Team Fortress 2 is still like the third, fourth, fifth consistently most played game on Steam. Let's take a look at these numbers from just like a week ago. 253,225 players at the same time at an all-time peak. When was that? Like, 17-year-old game. That must have been like a decade ago. It was last year.
Damn.
People still play TF2.
So this was already when those issues were already going on then?
Yes, they've been going on for years, but the thing is that the way you can bypass it is you just have to play in community servers. YouTubers like Uncle Dane have put on a fuck ton. They bought a fuck ton of servers just to keep the goddamn game alive, just for people to play on, and those servers are like always full because those are the ones with actual players in them. There's Skyle servers, there's like, I could put up a TF2 server and have people play on it if I wanted to, if I bought one. It's just that those are the only playable ones now, and it's gotten so bad to the point where bots have even started to sneak their ways into the community servers and whatnot, bypassing some of the filters and whatnot, and like the security and whatnot. It has gotten so bad to the point where the TF2 community went full Helldivers protocol. Take a look at these recent reviews up there. 47 fucking thousand overwhelmingly negative reviews. 47,000! God damn! Fuck you.
Good job, TF2 community.
Good fucking job. You can always rely on the TF2 community, for sure.
Let me see if there's... Is that most recent?
I just screenshotted that before the call started, yes.
Insane.
You pull it up on Steam right now. Yes, sir, yes, sir. So, they're doing everything they can. There's, as well as there being a petition on here right now, we'll put that on screen, that has well upwards of over 300,000 signatures. Latest two courtesy of your two Double D boys right here on the podcast at the time of this listening, at the time of this recording, I should say. So this has been what has been going on with Team Fortress 2. Despite being aware of the bot crisis, Valve directed their focus towards their other ventures, like Dark Knight, or whatever that upcoming game is that they have going on, which they'll probably also leave to rot at a certain point, like getting DDoSed or whatever if we try to play Left 4 Dead 2 now, or suffering from a cheater in Counter-Strike 2, which is infested with cheaters. So let's go play CSGO. No, you can't anymore. You see,
I wonder about that.
I don't think so. To my knowledge, I could be wrong about that. You see, Valve, despite all of the amazing things they do for gaming, when it comes to their own fucking games, they don't care after a certain amount of time. They leave them to rot and like just don't want to give that manpower to it. they've given the game very insufficient support in its time of need. Valve appears to be more concerned with generating millions in revenue every fucking month via the in-game microtransactions rather than maintaining a product that should work as expected. There's a product on the Steam page, even though it's a free-to-play game, it should fucking work. We ain't multiverses out here. We're not dropping shit like this with only like microtransactions or whatever. But don't even get me started on that game. No disrespect to the people who like multiverses,
Didn't
I'm
it,
sure.
like, I mean, had its release recently, right? Like, its actual, like, full-on
It did,
release?
yes, but it's the fucking Fortnite of platform fighters. It's...
That's a bad thing, though?
Well, I mean, it was plagued with issues. You have to buy most of the roster at first, or you have to unlock, even offline. You have to be online, period, to play the game. They're doing that bullshit. Microtransactions up the wazoo. The game itself, I just am not the biggest fan of. If you like multiverse, it's great, but point is that it's doing all the shitty modern gaming practices, Dennis.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a mobile game that snuck its way on the fucking like mainline platforms, basically.
Okay, fair.
Last thing here, there's no putting it lightly, Team Fortress 2 is in an unacceptable state, and Valve's apathy in dealing with the issue is nothing short of appalling. It is, when, like, the fact that the game is on the Steam page, you could still, get the game on your Steam, play it, a lot of people play the game, and then this is the current state that it's in. It's gotten to the point where, like, beyond fixing it, like, you have to do something else to really make it what it is. And before we even move on here, apparently, this issue is way worse than even I previously thought. As a former Tf2 player, somebody who played the game, like, I have well over 1,000 hours in Tf2. Like, I made YouTube videos on it back in the day, cringy-ass shit, my-quality YouTube videos. All there, right? I tried, man. I loved that game. I even streamed it a couple of times, like, last year. It doesn't bother me as much as you'd think since I don't play it as much anymore, but it's still a piece of my heart. That game will always have a piece of my heart. It was some of the most fun I've ever had playing video games. But even despite nostalgia aside, the issue apparently stems way deeper, Dennis. And without even getting into specific instances of details, here's what's going on, right? I'll throw this one on screen too. The aimbots are programmed to join casual servers en masse. They insta-kill and kick innocent players, literally just intent on ruining their in-game experience. It's just a bunch of fucking virgins who made bots because they were able to get into this game's source code and ruin it for everybody else. There's no monetary gain for them or anything. It's literally just people who have never smelled a vagina before out here like doing this, ruining this shit for people, right? This behavior is where most of the community's resentment stems from. However, I wasn't aware of this either. Many were unaware that the problem goes far beyond simply trolling and cheating. The bots don't just ruin the experience for people. Apparently, they're just straight up malicious actors. They use their aimbots as vessels to endlessly attack and harass community members. They abuse the in-game text and voice chats to spread, hate speech and slurs while, and all that stuff. They'll drop the N-word, the F slur, all that stuff in there, spreading vile hate speech, which is whatever. And then, you know what they do? They do like the 1-800-GAMBLER shit, which is owned by the casinos, basically. They offer bot immunity services that you can pay for just so you can have an attempt to play the fucking game, because there are players who love TF2 desperately looking for a solution. Solutions, by the way, that will not even work. It's bad, dude. It's basically the equivalent of them calling you like, hey, look, can I talk to you about your car's extended warranty today? These are the fucking people who are running Team Fortress 2. It's the fucking telemarketers that call you, talking to you, telling you that your car's extended warranty has gone up and that you have to pay them however much money to fix it. The Nigerian prince is running Team Fortress 2 right now.
At the same time, like this, it goes without saying, like, these hackers have this game by the balls. And I don't think I've ever seen, like, I don't think I've ever seen, like, a bunch of hackers actually have a game by the balls like this. In like,
every Call of Duty after a couple of years. After, like, 5 years, whatever the 5 year from the past, the 5 year out Call of Duty is.
Hackers?
Can't even boot it up. They take over every last Call of Duty, and Activision don't give a fuck. They're not spending money for people to play the old ones.
Can I also then... also then say, like, as far as moderation, right? they just can't. They just don't have the manpower to like actually stem this like at all.
It's not even
I'm
a matter of
assuming.
moderation. It's a matter of changing the game's source code to like make it so these hackers have a much harder time
Which
even getting
I
in
also feel Valve has made it so easy for people in general to even just go into the source code that I don't even think that for a lot of these hackers it was even that big of a like ordeal to go into the game source code and even just then like reverse engineer like a way to like make these aim bots and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure like it was
This
no
is the
big deal
company
for
that
them.
releases developer tools to the public.
Yeah.
Source Filmmaker,
So-
like, hey, you like the Meet the Team series? You
Make
can
your
make
own.
one, and then
Yeah.
they'd release that. Same with Gary's Mod, which people have stemmed whole fucking careers off of. SMG4 was started as a Gary's Mod YouTuber. They're the owners of Glitch Productions now, which made the amazing Digital Circus, and they're doing amazing things for independent animation now in a time when they need to do that. That started because of Gary's Mod!
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. You remember, like, that video we showed you, like, oh, my yes.
Yeah.
SMG4, those guys. Those guys founded their own animation studio, and it blew up. It's insane the success they've seen, and they deserve it. They're amazing people.
Good
I would
for
love
them,
to work
yeah.
with them one day. But Dennis, as far as, like, fixing these issues, it stems way worse. People have been getting doxxed playing TF2.
Oh.
They've used these same means to dox people's personal info and broadcast it to the player base of the game against their will. Bot hosters have gone so far to commit actual crimes. You can't go into a voice chat because they're going to steal our voice. They've used AI voice modifiers to impersonate and slander people within the game, launching DDoS attacks and shit, Dennis, and have even fucking swatted some people who have criticized them. They probably hear what I'm saying right now. I gotta keep an eye on the window right now. FBI, open up! It's gotten to the point where there should be a zero tolerance policy relating to this kind of contact. And it's gotten to the point where Valve, it's not about fixing the game. Valve needs to be fucking held accountable because there's terrible shit happening because of the game being in the state that it's in. It's not even just about wanting to play TF2 anymore. It's about the safety of gamers who are trying to play it. They persistently refuse to acknowledge it because they just don't want to spend the fucking money while just raking in the money they still get from in-game transactions for it. When this shit is happening to people. Not just the game being unplayable, people getting doxxed and DDoSed and fucking swatted. And insanely hot take here, as someone who loves Team Fortress 2, it's a top 5 game in my heart and
Do you
my
think they
soul.
should shut down the game?
That's what I was getting at. If they're gonna leave the game in the state that it's in,
Might as well just be shut down.
I think they need to do the multiverses and literally just pull the plug on it for now until they fix it. I'd be perfectly fine with them like shutting down the game completely until they fix it. I'd cry my eyes out if they shut it down completely because Team Fortress 2 is not just a game, it's a staple piece of internet and meme culture. Like, YouTubers have made their entire careers off of that fucking game, man. Like, you know, gamers and streamers and stuff, and like Lazy Purple, Uncle Dane, all these amazing people, Kitty0706, the one that died of leukemia, who made Team Fabulous 2, and all those amazing Meet the Heavy shorts, or like all that stuff. The game does not deserve this. It really does not fucking deserve this with how much of a staple it is. Germa said it back in 2014, like, when is Valve just gonna completely hand this game completely over to the community? If some rich prick is just like willing to buy the game. Yo, Mr. Beast! Oh my god, Mr. Beast, buy TF2.
Watch me save TF2.
Oh my god, I'm making a video. Please. Holy shit, that'd be amazing, Jimmy. I would fucking worship you forever if you did that. Oh my god. But you see what I'm saying. I don't know if it's worth it with all the shit that's been happening to people. And I don't know how prevalent those issues are. If they're really not going to fix it, if it's for safety's sake, just cut the cord. And I don't think anybody's been suggesting that because no one wants that to happen. But it might be what needs to happen if Valve is really not going to give a shit, you know?
I agree with that. It is something that if this just persists any longer, it is definitely just something that, yeah, they just have to pull the plug on. I agree 100%. As far as like this whole thing, like this is all like literally news to me. I'm just taking it one piece at a time. But I also feel, going off of just kind of Valve's attitude towards this whole thing for the last even 2 years since their acknowledgement of it, I have a very strong feeling if somehow political...
They don't give a fuck?
Yeah, if public pressure doesn't get to them because, you know, I think I'm even saying this because Valve has even had a history of not giving a fuck about public pressure regardless, because of the fact that, like, you know, I think Half-Life 3, if that's anything to go off of, and even just the outcry from the entire community of theirs, like, which was already huge by that point.
Or just the number 3.
Oh yeah, just even
general.
the whole number 3 shit. Yeah, like, and the fact that even after, I think, Left 4 Dead 2 and maybe a few other games, they did, you know, come out with Alex, but for the most part, Valve doesn't give a fuck about games in general anymore. They care about, like, hardware. They love to make hardware. We've seen them try and fail multiple times over the last, like, 10-15 years. Steam Thump, the thing that
Steam Deck?
streams, not the Steam Deck, the
Steam
fucking
Cube.
Steam Link.
The
Steam Link, the fucking Steam controller, which, you know, that fucking little touchpad, like a joypad, like the joy, it was just the most, like, just experimental shit. You just knew that this was like, let's just put it out there and see what they think of it, and nobody liked it at all.
They're trying to be an Apple or like a Nintendo and
exactly.
get in where the real fucking money's at. Hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bringing up that example because when Microsoft tried to acquire Nintendo many years ago, to the point where Nintendo was seriously considering it, or like was considering it a little bit and had boardroom talks about it, the way that ended, and thank Christ this didn't happen, none of us would have wanted that. That would have potentially spelled the death of the industry, for starters. It would be like if Microsoft bought Valve, was when Microsoft told Nintendo, no, we don't want, you know, GameCubes or N64s or anything like that anymore. We want to put Mario on Xbox. We want, like,
we want Master Chief and Mario together.
We want, like, The Legend of Zelda to be on the Xbox. We don't want you guys to make consoles anymore. And they got laughed out of the room.
Yo.
How are we going to make money that way? That tarnishes our image as well as our bottom dollar. So what Valve, the only reason I'm bringing that up is because what Valve is doing here, fuck them games. We want that shit that play the games.
Maybe not fuck them gamers, but definitely I feel, at least,
no, definitely not fuck the gamers. They're one of the most, you know, despite all this bullshit, they're one of the most consumer-friendly companies literally ever. Without
just not when
Steam,
it comes to their games.
Without Steam, the American or Western gaming industry is fucked.
PC
See what
gaming
Xbox is doing
industry.
right now?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on with y'all? Holy shit.
I don't even think Xbox knows what the fuck is going on right now.
No.
I mean, to be fair, and I'm not going to go into this too much,
Steam
but
is so important, like, to the gaming industry. Like, more so now, quite frankly, than it's ever been.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. And I think it stands as, like, a bastion, too, for, like, especially just having another way to enjoy games. And, like, and it's way more, I think, maybe not really consumer friendly, but at the same time, it's like, you know, as far as, like, that side of the industry goes, like, there's a lot of big moves going on compared to, let's say, Sony or Xbox. But I think going back to Xbox, at least, it's like, to their credit, I have seen, like, a lot of their new trailers that they have for some of the new games that are coming out. Like, they did their own Xbox E3, whatever. And, like, I was actually like, you know what, Xbox, you don't have a pass from me, but at the very least, if these releases actually do well, you know what, like, I'll give credit where credit's due. It's like, you know, like, thankfully, like, at least it looks like, despite all your companies that are literally just doing nothing right now, at the very least, I'm happy to hear that even Gears of War somehow is coming back. Which,
Gears
you know,
of War,
I'm not,
Perfect Dark.
and Perfect Dark, yeah. Which, like, I was not expecting, like, at all.
I'll see if I can find it and put it on screen right now.
Yeah.
Somebody made a Ratatouille meme of, like, the food critic, like, biting into the Ratatouille.
Yeah. I mean, it was
he's
Anton
eating
Ego.
the new Perfect Dark, the new Call of Duty Black Ops, the new
Like,
Gears of War.
Xbox
and then it went
people-
back to the 360, and he was like,
Xbox people, and even in general, like, the OG, like, some fans of those IPs, they ate good that Xbox E3. I'll say that much. They ate good. And
I even watched a little bit of it. It was just showed up in my YouTube feed, and I was watching a little bit, and I was just like, lame, 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 fuck
that's
you,
pretty cool.
lame. Well, that was pretty nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's
lame. And like, you got it to Perfect Dark, you were just kind of like, it's like, you were as beautiful as the first day I lost you. Which,
and
you know, again,
it's kind of member berries, but what the fuck else is Xbox gonna do at this
but
point?
that's what I mean, though. Like, as far as that goes, like, that is the only positive piece of news that we have gotten from Xbox flat out. So, like, you know, as far as that, like, you know, PlayStation also, like, had its own snafu as well with Helldivers, which everyone remembers. So, like, you know, as far as, like, each other, like, side of the industry goes, like, they're all kind of doing shit, like, at least recently. But going back and now...
we'll see you in... we'll see you guys in a year when they shut down the initiative in Crystal Dynamics and all the studios making the new Perfect Dark. Calling it right the fuck now.
Oh, yo, because not to mention even Elder Scrolls 6 still wasn't even in that entire lineup of trailers that they showed off.
Yeah.
That already kind of tells you, you know, as far as where things are going. But I feel as if
it's
the
not
only
even
one...
an exclusive, right?
Yeah,
well, no, it is.
Wait,
no, it is Bethesda. No.
It's gonna be for multi-platforms. I know that for. It's I think just minus Sony.
Under Bethesda, but to the point where like they'd be stupid to just make it an exclusive, is what it is. Okay.
Because the thing is, you know, and again we're getting off topic here, but going at least back, just going back to at least Steam real quick, and even Valve and TF2 as well. And this was something that I brought up with David before. Kind of just, is there an obligation for companies to, when something like this happens, and like, you know, I can't exactly put it into like exact words, but like as far as this whole situation, right? Is there a point in time where now a company almost has a moral obligation to actually step in and do something? Because I didn't know that it was this bad, considering like people were getting doxxed, people getting swatted. I did not know things were that bad. Where like this, like, you know what TF2 reminds me of right now, at least what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that shitty future in Back to the Future 2 when Biff like stole the fucking the sports betting almanac, and like the entire town is just like a fucking dystopian nightmare. And he's like Donald Trump of his neck of the woods.
Yeah,
and like he has that huge tower.
They gave him the Trump hair too. Yeah. Like that shit was so deliberate. And he married his local high school sweetheart, Lorraine. Third time's the charm.
And like, you know, we just see like the fucking chaos that's outside
literally
of
Sonic
his, like,
CD, bad future.
Like it's just straight up pandemonium outside. That's like what TF2 is like right now. And it needs a serious unfucking, like, just to, but like the thing is that I feel as if at this point it's not even like a matter of unfucking. It's just like you just have to purge it now because people are getting hurt from this fucking like game that just had its doors open.
We may not. This opinion is probably steeped in ignorance.
Okay.
But what else would you expect from the Double D experience, all right?
Yeah. We don't deal with facts on this show.
Dennis has been saying that for literal years at this point, and he ain't gonna stop saying it for... Because
it's
years
true.
To come. Here's what's going down, right?
Yeah.
Valve did a Nintendo last year. And by doing Nintendo, I mean be a dick! And one thing that they've done. Love Nintendo, of course, but you know how they are with like shutting shit down. Or fan-made stuff. They done shut down a fan-made thing. Valve, the company that gave us fucking their video
tools.
editor
they
custom
gave us their
made
tools
deliberately to make fan-made shit. The company that literally introduced in Team Fortress 2 the Saxy Awards, where you can submit fucking your custom-made source filmmakers to win in-game awards that are exclusive to the fucking videos. This is the company that is gung-ho on us making fan-made shit. Look at the beginning of every Meet the Team video. It says copyright lol 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 lol. That's what it says on that shit. They don't give a fuck about people using their shit. So what changed when Valve decided to shut down the fan-made Team Fortress 2, moving it to the CS2 source project? There was a group of people, and it got a lot of traction, because Team Fortress 2, one thing about the game is that it's on an outdated source engine.
Oh no, yeah.
Source 2.
If you're not a techie even, you can see the age of that fucking engine. I don't care if you're not into IT or into programming or into software engineering. I think even a fucking chimp could see how fucking fossil of an engine, like Source engine is.
When
in
you play
general.
TF2, it just feels old.
Yeah.
You like it feels like it's on that engine.
It feels like you're
all
running
the
a
Valve
dinosaur.
Games, like all the Valve games were.
Yeah.
They were based off the Half-Life engine. That's what Team Fortress 2 is based off of. Team Fortress was a mod of Quake, like I said at the beginning of this episode.
Which again, that's not even like
which is like
it's
the
not,
OG fucking OG of like multiplayer shooter games. Fucking Quake. Man.
And what I'm about to say here too is that like I'm not disrespecting the Half-Life 2 engine or even just like Valve in general here, because
it's done amazing things for gaming. The amount of like spin-offs and stuff, yeah.
And like as far as like its impact, obviously we can't disrespect it. There's no way. I don't care who the fuck you are. You cannot disrespect it.
It's done so much for gaming, it's uncanny.
Yeah. And so to that respect, to that end, we give it its respect, of course. Like it deserves it in spades for what it has done for the last like 15 years, okay? But fast forward the fuck now. It has not it has become what I call a museum piece. There are some games and some engines out there that I've seen and I just go, how the fuck is this shit still running? Like it's like
when
almost
you pull
as if
up
it's
that
being held.
Same pause menu
it's
that
being
exists
held,
in every single Source game.
It's
you know the
being
one
held together by string and scotch tape somehow. it like on the surface it looks great, right? Like, you know, as far as like, you know, you can't help but admire the timelessness, right?
Yeah.
But underneath all that fucking spaghetti code of an engine and it's outdated fucking everything, I can't help but feel it's like if it was like, let's say in the shape of a car, right? This engine.
Okay.
If you popped open that hood, you cannot fucking believe that this shit is still running somehow.
Oh, is it just like
yeah, essentially. It's like also like, this is a little dark, but it's like, oh, you know, that relative that just for some fucking reason won't die. It's just on it, like that relative is just on life support.
Oh, you mean
forever.
You mean your drunkle Stan?
Yeah, he's just there, just not dying for some reason.
Someone comes
He's
in
just
and be like, the Source engine was the greatest engine. What? Name me another fucking engine that can handle the art styles of Team Fortress 2, Portal, and fucking Half-Life 2 episode 1 and 2, alright?
Is literally the equivalent of, remember in Spider-Man 2 when he's like holding on for dear life and trying to stop the train? That is him trying to keep this fucker alive. That is, like, you know, as far as even like...
Yeah, the point is people don't make games for the Source engine anymore, but it inspired many to do so. I remember a popular one for a while called Fistful of Frags. It was like a multiplayer cowboy shooter where it had like a bunch of different types of revolvers and like it was like an 1800s themed FPS, multiplayer FPS. It was very cool. So the reason we got on this conversation, the reason we brought up Valve shutting down this thing, right? There was a group of developers.
And their obligation to do so, like to do anything at this point.
Their obligation to do anything. Yes, this combines their obligation to do anything and Valve being a dick and shutting down that project. There was a group of developers who were going to port Team Fortress 2 over to the Source 2 engine. They were literally just doing all the work themselves. There were screenshots of it. It looked amazing. The graphics were even better somehow. It looked fucking great. Valve what is the letters?
Cease and desist.
Cease and desisted them. Straight up. Valve, the company that gives you the developer tools to make parodies of their shit. So everyone was like, what the fuck? They pulled a Nintendo. Why the fuck did they do that? That's so weird. Did they ever
came out in public as to why they did it or not?
Of course not. Of course not. They didn't know anybody any explanation. Just raking our millions from microtransactions for a game you fuckers can't play anymore. So, Dennis, this is the super optimist in me. The one who, just in last week's episode of Double D Experience, predicts Star Fox Assault Remastered will be revealed this month. Still calling it now. I'm still calling it now. I'm just saying we're going to get a lot of remasters.
Wait. Is this the last direct of the year then? The one we're getting soon?
Who knows? They might announce a surprise one, but as far as we know, yeah. The point is, I think they shut it down which is something that is very, very uncharacteristic of Valve. Very uncharacteristic of them to ever do that. Because they want to do it.
Wait, they want to do it?
Because they want to do it. Maybe this is how they tackle the bot crisis. Saying, fuck this engine. It's ruined to the hackers. No one makes games with it anymore. It's a relic at this point. It's time to move on. Instead of like spending however much, like millions of dollars or however much it's going to take to actually fix TF2 on this old ass hardware, let's just move it to the new one.
Like they wanted to do it themselves, so that's why they shut down that project.
They want to do it themselves, which is why they shut down that project, yes. I know for a fact Nintendo has taken inspiration from some modded games. I know they have. They'll never admit that. But I know they have. Valve will easily admit they take inspiration from modded games. Team Fortress 2 is a mod.
Yeah.
It's a mod of Half-Life. It's in the same engine. The original Team Fortress was a mod of Quake. Valve is the polar opposite of Nintendo as far as like giving their consumers the resources to make this stuff and encouraging it as well. They are the polar opposite of Nintendo. That's why everybody was so surprised when they shut down the Source 2 project. They've never done shit like that before. They had to have had a reason. So maybe, Dennis, they've been silent on this because this is their way of dealing with the bot crisis. We're just going to give the old Source engine up to the bots. Fuck it. We're not going to spend however millions of dollars to do this. We're just going to move Team Fortress 2 over to the Source engine and start the game on a clean slate. If there's even a way to do that. I'm not a developer. I could be talking out of my ass at this point. But Valve doesn't shut shit like that down for no reason.
Okay, I have a question then. Let's say in this timeline, we get the news from them like maybe a month or two ahead of time now. From now, that they say, okay, we're shutting down TF2, right? And that's it just for now. Up to that point, that's it. They just announced like, said. Yeah. And as far as like, you know, they acknowledge like, yeah, like shit's really bad right now.
Yeah.
Like over in TF2 land, so like, you know, shit's getting so bad. It's becoming even worse than Biff land, and we gotta we just gotta like just
now,
purge
son,
that
we
shit.
can do this the easy way or the hard way.
And we just need to purge
easy
that shit.
way.
And we just need to purge that shit like out of existence. Now, right? Okay, then let's say fast forward, right? And they announced that, okay, we're going to bring TF2 and we're going to put it on the new Source engine. Clean slate, like you said. Tabula rasa. Do you think they're going to force people to pay another $40 just to play that game? Because there ain't no way they're not going to put a price tag on that new version. I will bet you money.
You think they're going to make Team Fortress 2, if they move it over to the Source 2 engine, you think they're going to make it pay to play again?
Yes.
Wow.
Because for one...
Why? Elaborate, please.
For one, this is them gonna be capitalizing on nostalgia, for one. Because, look, we had to take away what was already there because shit got so bad and we weren't gonna do anything about it other than just literally take it out back, chop its head off, and then, like, just burn the body and give you a new one. But at the same time, you want this new one? I could see them forcing y'all to pay for it. And I have a very strong feeling it won't be $60. Even then, I don't think it will be $60. I don't even think TF2 is even worth $30, TBH. I don't like, as far as the wealth of just enjoyment you can get out of it, perhaps someone could say like, okay, maybe it is like above 30 or 40, that, like, you know, let's say if we're going to put that into numbers. But I also have a feeling that they know that you guys, like the TF2 community, will pay a reasonable amount. I have a feeling if it was coming out for Source, for the new Source engine, and if it was $60, you guys would literally go to their offices and burn it down to the ground. But I have a feeling if it's like less than 50 even, that they know that you guys will stomach that, and then like you'll pay for it regardless.
I would.
Yeah.
If it means this is how we can play the game again, this is what makes it functional
on a
again.
new shiny engine, and also at the same time, no worries about the bots or whatever, then yeah, like I have a feeling you guys would pay whatever the fuck amount to like within limits.
Absolutely,
you guys would pay
that.
whatever amount just to like even just to play the game again. And at the same time, if I was Valve, And if I was their guy, and this is a little scummy to say, but like, I almost, if in that boardroom meeting, there was a guy who proposed that, like, okay, like whatever we said right now, right? Kill what we have right now, and then we'll just put it onto a new engine, and then we'll put it up for sale, like people, and they will pay for it. And if that was the plan, I would probably agree, just because at the very least, like, I know for a fact that as far as Valve goes, like, you know, I think them being the private company that they are, and at the same, because like they're not public, they're not beholden to a board of investors or whatever. They literally make their own decisions for the most part.
Explains a lot.
Like, yeah, which again explains a lot. Yeah, so that's the reason why that you have the Valve that we have to begin with, anyways. Considering like how consumer friendly they are to you guys, you know, just to us in general. And we don't see that from any publicly traded company. We just don't. You just don't see that. I'm sorry. And I'm not here to toot like Valve's horn or anything, but that is the route that I kind of see down the line, that, you know, if there is literally absolutely no way other than to just nuke that thing out of existence. It's like, you know, in those like sci-fi movies or like in sci-fi universes when like the planet is just fucked. There's no saving it. It's just literally whatever the virus was that took it, like it's just like we can't like save it at this point. All we can do is just nuke it out of existence and just move on from that point. And I feel as if at this point it probably is getting there, because the amount of manpower and even money again that would take, you know, we even heard rumors that apparently they thought about a way, and it just was way too much money that it would not be a good return on investment if they tried to go for it. So at that point, fuck it. Like, them nuking it out of existence is literally no skin off their bones. And again, I will say this. TF2, at this point in time, is actually, I think, even bigger than Half-Life now at this point. And I'm not saying that because, like, from a, like...
More relevant than Half-Life.
Yeah, it's, I guess, more relevant in that sort of way. Because
as far as, like... than Half-Life for years.
Yeah, like, because, you know, as far as Half-Life goes, it's like, yeah, I know it has, like, its diehard community and fans that, like, you know, obviously, like, I can't take nothing away from them, I'm sure. But as far as, like, kind of just relevancy, even up to this point in time in 2024, TF2 has it way more than Half-Life does. And I think, you know, even just the way people discuss Half-Life or TF2 is, I think, far more talked about than... like around, like, you know, just even word of mouth rather than Half-Life.
It was just Valve's ongoing project for years. Mm-hmm. When they would release their single player experiences like Portal and whatnot, and then their co-op experience in Left 4 Dead, and Team Fortress 2 as like their multiplayer FPS, or like Dota as well, like their MOBA experiences like Dota. Team Fortress 2 and Dota were like their ongoing like projects.
Dota is also another game they stole.
They still support, right?
Yeah, so because
that's like the most popular one. I should say.
It was a Warcraft 3 map.
That's right. Yeah,
and they literally just said, "Hey, what if we made a game out of
One of my favorite jokes from a Lazy Purple video, where like he was doing a behind the scenes video for his SFMs, and he did like a Halloween theme where like his computer was being haunted by all the technical errors he was having.
Yeah,
he was like talking about SFM, and he's like, I needed the proper resource for my Team Fortress 2 video. I got on my knees and I begged and pleaded to Valve. All they responded was Dota, Counter-Strike. I didn't understand.
That's
all. That's where they gave their fucking love to. That's where they gave their love to, baby. I don't know about them making it pay to play though, Dennis, because first of all, if they really do a full clean slate, could they transfer everyone's items over? Would they just make a new... This is the difference. Would they make a literal new version of the game?
And your shit doesn't carry over.
And the shit doesn't carry over, they cannot make that pay to play. That's dead on arrival. If they just literally manage to port the game over to Source 2, which is, I think, what these
I forgot how much money there is in this game. Like, when it comes to skins and the loot boxes and
they're
shit
not
like that. I forgot
throwing
how much money
all
there
that
is.
away
to
put it on the new engine.
Sorry, that was a detail that I forgot about.
Well, no, Dennis, you could still be right, because they can... I'm pretty sure there's a way it would take a while on computers, but they could still port it over and port people's accounts over with their items and everything, with the same item ecosystem and everything. If it's a complete fresh slate, your hats are gone, like your weapons are gone and everything. They've all been ported over to the new game. You just have to fucking
unlock
buy
them again.
again. I don't know, man. That's gonna be an interesting day in the gaming community. I don't know.
Okay, as far as that goes, there has been an instance of that has happened with another game, which was Fall Guys. So Fall Guys had been basically on Epic Games for a while now, and eventually they moved to Steam. And when that happened, a lot of people's accounts that had already been with Fall Guys for a while, there was a period of time in which they kind of just they didn't have their shit. Like all the stuff that they had from their previous accounts, like they just didn't have it. So basically what happened was that they said to fill out this form and we will try to get you your stuff lickety split as fast as we can. And usually I think from what I heard, yeah. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was my dog.
I heard him, so the audience could hear.
Yeah. There was like about a week that passed, and I think most people did get their stuff. So if anything, it was just So it is a process, I'm sure. But again, I personally, down the line, I do stand I stand by on how me and David said things may pan out, truthfully. Because
I am huffing hopium.
I think
I am snorting that shit and injecting it into my fucking veins, bro. The hopium
just
is in my bloodstream when I said the Source 2 shit, yeah.
So just breaking it down, truthfully, I don't think there's any saving this game. Like, I don't feel like no amount of community effort or even intervention from Valve can actually save this version of the game. And if Valve is in the works of, let's say, bringing over TF2, a beloved title of theirs, to the new Source engine, and is the reason why they kind of cease and desisted this team that was making their own version and their own project, then, it seems to click.
I can think of.
Yeah, it seems to click. Because the thing is that this isn't exactly a one-to-one example or one-to-one similar example, but Blizzard, with especially World of Warcraft, there was that whole thing that happened many years ago where a private server that was close to vanilla WoW as they possibly could get it got also a cease and desist before that, from Blizzard, and they basically had to shut that whole shit down. And there was a whole last couple of hours on the server, and and the reason why that whole entire server was even made was because of the fact that as far as WoW at that point was heading towards, people were very nostalgic for the older game from when it first released, I believe maybe 2003, 2004. I mean, someone could fact check me on that, but is the reason why that this private server literally took off, because they just loved going back to the game's roots. And but then after even after the server got cease and desisted, the guys at Blizzard actually invited those dudes who made that private server, and actually invited them over and said, oh, can maybe perhaps we could make a WoW Classic server. So which is kind of what we have now. And WoW is already, I think, as far as Classic goes, is up to the first, second, and third expansion now. So already maybe there was already plans in the works for that, and maybe at the same. But I think I'm wrong about that, because I think Blizzard actually realized that we could make our own of this, and we could obviously cash in on it. So that's maybe perhaps the reason why they did it. But I almost feel maybe it's whatever the Valve version of this goes, I think it is going to be a bit different. But at the same time, I think they also know that there is no way that this cash cow of theirs, not really so much of a game at this point, it's a casino. There is no way that they're shutting down this casino and just not making a new one, in my personal opinion. I just cannot see them just saying, oh yeah, let's just kill our golden goose and then just not make another one. I do not see them doing that.
Okay. So, TLDR, they're not just shutting it down for ethical reasons, even though some people think they should. they're not shutting it down without porting it over to the Source 2 engine. And they're not porting it fresh over to the Source 2 engine without being able to transfer people's accounts, like, and items and stuff over to the next one. Otherwise, people aren't going to fuck with it.
Yep.
So basically, their only option to save the game and continue making money with the game in the way that they want to, while at least having, like, you know, doing the ethical thing and, like, being respectable or treating the game with the respect it deserves, is to port it over to the Source 2 engine while carrying people's accounts over.
And their stuff.
And do you think they'd still make it pay to play to do that if they're still making this much on the microtransactions? If they're just porting the game straight over, and they would probably continue making the same amount of, like, revenue stream that they do through, like, in-game transactions and whatnot that they do now. I think making it pay to play with that model, it's not a chance in hell. Be dead on arrival for, like, people to pay for it like that. And then, like, you know, the same people who are already playing the game, they'd probably do it just to play it, but it would look so bad on Valve to do that. And I don't even know how much extra money they would make, because if anything, there would be a lot of people who would buy it still, but there'd be a lot of people who wouldn't. And they would be like, hey, Valve was already making too much money off of this game, and they were making money off of it when it was in a fucking horrible failed state. I think their only option, Dennis, to make everybody happy, port it over to Source 2, which in my heart of hearts, I don't know anything about game dev, would probably be cheaper than trying to fix it on the original Source engine, and more worth it, to be honest.
Because there's no saving that version of the game now. Like, there's no saving it.
It's like your car just gets, like, so fucking old to the point where it is now cheaper to buy a new car than to fix this old hunk of junk that you have. That's pretty much what the explanation is. Only reason to fix it is for nostalgia purposes. Willing to spend that money. I think their only option is to literally port it over to the Source 2 engine while finding a way to carry everybody's items over. I'm pretty sure you can do that if it's, like, people's personal accounts, if it's the same game. It would probably be a pretty delicate or, like, finite or finicky procedure. I'm not a game dev. I don't know how that works. Me and Dennis could be talking out of our ass this whole time. But as far as making everybody happy and also doing the ethically and ecologically right thing, I think that's Valve's only option. You can't leave the game the way it is.
Yeah.
That's fucked. You can't just shut it down. That's fucked for not only the players, but for Valve. Even Critical said that in his video. Is like, just shutting it down is good for no one. For, like, literally no one. Yeah, it stops the hackers. It stops the bots. It also stops Valve making money off the game. Yeah. It stops the players from enjoying it. Yeah. 17-year-old game still making bank off of it.
So, I
without
also
a major content update in years.
I also do want to add something too, and then we'll probably wrap it up here. That goodwill of theirs to the community is probably, I think, one of their biggest trump cards, like, ever. I think just that reputation alone of them actually being, like, consumer friendly, when in the sea of, like, the last 4 years of controversies that we've gotten from EA, Blizzard, and Activision, I don't know, fucking probably like 2 others that, like, we forgot about, but, like, they probably have, like, done something.
Nintendo,
Valve, yeah, like, thing, like
Microsoft,
like, you know, I'm saying out here that, like, I think that reputation of theirs, Valve's reputation of being a very consumer-friendly company, is a currency that they cannot afford to lose, in my opinion.
You think they're waiting to swoop in and be the heroes?
Yeah. Because, again, that entire reputation is not to be underestimated. And it's a currency that I feel like if a company has it, you basically prop it up as much as you can, as long as you can. And I have a feeling Valve... they're a company. I don't know, like, them. I don't know Gavin either. But, like, as far as, like, you know, that company goes, I have a feeling they will do the right thing. Because at the same time, again, that reputation that theirs is not to be squandered. And I think they know it as well. Of it too. Yeah, and they know it as well. There's no way they don't. Because, like, they're the only, like, not like a shining beacon, I guess, but, like, they're one of the few ones that we even talk about positively, like, Valve, in this day and age.
Valve is one of the most important gaming companies of all time.
Yeah,
they're without Valve in the modern ecosystem of gaming, you don't even want to think about how fucked it would be. Imagine a world where, like, Microsoft and Sony, with the fuck shit that they're doing nowadays, especially Microsoft, were at the top of the Western gaming market. These were the people these were the best American game studios. I don't want to think about that. As much as I don't want to think about the alternate universe that exists where Microsoft did buy Nintendo. I don't even want to think about that.
Yep.
There was a rumor that Microsoft was in talks to buy Valve, and even though it was clearly a rumor, like, I don't think there was any validity to it at all.
Yo, Gavin probably would have laughed at their ass if they brought it over.
They absolutely would, but people didn't stop people on Twitter from freaking out. And even just saying, like, even in this hypothetical scenario, I would cut my dick off and, like, hang myself from the roof with it if fucking Microsoft owned Valve.
Even as far as conjecture goes,
lose it.
I think people underestimate just the power you have being a privately owned company. Like, I think in this day and age,
and they can
like,
just afford to be too, because it's Steam.
They literally,
we're so lucky to have Valve. As much as we've been like shitting on them this whole time for the fuck shit they've been doing, my God, without them, the industry would look so different.
Yeah. Because imagine now the Steam Deck from a Valve that is owned by investors. Do you think you'd even get that value you have right now if it was made and drawn up by a board of investors? Do you honestly feel you would get the value we have now with it?
It would probably cost the price of like the fucking Vision Quest 3, whatever the hell it's called. Like the meta shit. Like that it would probably cost as much as that. $1,500 for a Steam Deck.
And you guys would probably buy it.
I've worked in stores. I've worked for Nintendo. You know how many parents are going to walk in and be like, I could buy that one for $300.
Yeah.
And that one has Mario on it. Does yours have Mario on it? And they're just sitting there like, no, it doesn't.
And the fact that
they just pull up a fucking they pull up a N64 emulator like in the middle of the Best Buy.
Woo! Can you imagine though? Like, because the only way you can essentially, and the only way you can get a Steam Deck nowadays, right? Not talking to that alternate timeline, but like the only way you can get one is off of, believe it or not, Steam. They don't sell that shit in Best Buy.
Oh yeah, no, no,
and they never will.
They have that Lenovo handheld, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah. The Republic, the ROG one too, the ROG Ally.
Yes.
So they have, their competitors, but Steam Deck is still Steam Deck.
Yeah,
Steam Deck literally takes them out back and fucks them behind a trash can.
Steam Deck
they literally take him out back.
Steam Deck does that, and Nintendo does that. It's like Wayne Knight at that, like sitting at the table in that beach scene. See, these companies have like handheld gaming consoles too. See, nobody cares. You know the meme. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, those are our takes. Those have been our takes on the situation. Should have had Evan on the show. He would have had so much to say about this. Fuck. We were going to have a different guest on, but I just got lazy and I never hit them up. I'm in the middle of onboarding for my new job. I've been insanely busy as of late.
Yeah,
so, quite frankly, Dennis has been busy. He's got a lot of life stuff going on as well. Yeah. So, it's a fucking miracle y'all are getting a podcast at all. So, you know what? Just be fucking grateful for once.
Not to mention, we'll keep you guys posted on this. We'll keep you guys posted on this too with new developments. Because, like, honestly, I am very interested as to seeing like how this pans out, because Valve being
Tf2 movement's not going anywhere that for at least a while. At least it'll fizzle eventually. This one's definitely, it feels like a fizzler, if you know what I mean. It's not like Fix Tf2 where we got Valve to say shit about it and actually acknowledge it because of how fucking ridiculously huge the backlash was. This one's gonna,
I feel as if it's gonna trail off.
I want to be optimistic and definitely sign the petition. All links in the description below. If you can, please.
Amidst our links as well, please check us out.
But I'm also a bit of a realist at times. Just fucking... Just keep it going. Keep the shit going. All the hashtags will be in this video and like on Twitter and everything when we post it, all that good stuff, but it's just like plankton, just... Don't let the flame die out! I don't know, it might fizzle, but we love Team Fortress 2, and the game deserves astronomically better than what it is receiving now. It's the fucking granddaddy of class-based multiplayer action, and it still does it better than like every fucking class-based shooter that came after it.
It's just a little dated for a lot of people.
I'm not talking about Fortnite. Fortnite's not class-based. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like PUBGs and Overwatch and Valorant and all that shit.
Valorant is basically CSGO with Overwatch abilities. Yeah, it's derivative as fuck. Like, I don't care what anyone says.
And it took them forever to put skins on weapons in TF2.
But But at the same time, Valorant and Overwatch are far more profitable games, I think, at this point in time.
I mean, yeah, they're more relevant, I would say.
I know. But it's like not even relevancy aside. It's like, it's just, I feel as if even with TF2, it's like, people see it more as like, oh yeah, it's that skins casino fucking thing than rather than like an actual game at this point.
And then Zoomers who see SFM memes are like, he's from a game?
Yo, can you imagine if Heavy is in Fortnite? It would be just GG's. It would be GG's from there.
It would definitely be GG's, but I could see it. They can't do that. I will say, worst timeline possible. Absolute worst fucking timeline.
Mm-hmm.
They put Heavy in Fortnite. They don't fix TF2. Darkest, perfect dark fucking timeline. All the kids are gonna be like, I want to play the game that he's from.
That's that guy from Fortnite.
They play the game that he's from. Woo! Get swatted. FBI, open up. All just because they wanted to play the fucking game that the big bold Russian character was from. That would actually be like the Department of Ethical Consumer Practices would have to investigate Valve at that point. If they fucking did that.
It would be even
Says
hilarious.
here, Article 5, Section 12, you put this character into the very popular Fortnite game as promotion for your Team Fortress 2 video game that has been released on Steam for, and what does that say, Margaret? 17 years on your Steam platform at this point. Knowing full well...
Your game is fucked.
Knowing full well that the little children who are going to be logging onto this game have a legitimate risk of being doxxed, DDoSed, and even possibly swatted. Is that what you're telling me, Mr. Newell? Gabe's just sitting at the stand, he's just like...
Yeah.
Welcome to Team Fortress 2. After 9 years in development, hopefully it would have been worth the wait. We're done. Here's the plugs. Throwing that shit up for you.
I was even
Subscribe to the fucking podcast, for God's sake.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah.
It would be so funny if someone brought someone literally had them on the stands like that, and they literally go, "Oh shit, I forgot I had that."
Do we own that?
They legit forgot they had TF2. It's like I just always saw it as a tax write-off because we just got so much money from the fucking thing. I didn't even know it was a game still.
They would just do the audio commentary that they have at the beginning. It's like, and my favorite class is the spy. Actual Gabe Newell quote, by the way. That whole thing I said about welcome to Team Fortress 2 after 9 years in development, hopefully it will have been worth the wait. The memers play that whenever you die to a random number generator in Team Fortress 2. Whenever you get random crit, they just go, welcome to Team Fortress 2. Just to vent out their frustrations.
Yes. Here's our plugs again, sorry.
Yeah. You can check us out on Spotify, 5-star reviews if you can. Apple Podcasts as well. And be sure to listen on YouTube, which is the best place to listen to the Double D Experience. It's where most people listen. Shoutouts to the comment we received last week. Actually, you know what? Let's read that live before we go. Actually, I forgot to read the comments because we get comments so infrequently. So I forgot to do it. Oh yeah, here we go. Star Fox Assault has been on the rise since Zero flopped. Star Fox Assault has been given a second chance by other players. People who missed it played it and enjoyed it, like Kit and Krista. They were the people who used to work for Nintendo Treehouse. Bandai Namco is working on a remaster of a 3D action game right now. It could be Assault. Assault fits the bill. Bandai Namco even developed it back when it was just Namco. On top of that, 2 new Star Fox trademarks and not renewed ones. Something's going on with Star Fox. Shoutouts to Kuro Kamina. Thank you so much for your listenership. We appreciate that in the comment as well. You can give us that love back by subscribing and leave a little like on this video and a comment on it as to what you think Valve should do about Team Fortress 2 and how the current state of Team Fortress 2 makes you feel.
And also, if you got doxxed, let us know how that was.
You don't have to let us know that. That's
tell me your location so I could send you a cake.
Yeah, we need to confirm that you got doxxed, and we're not going to know if you got doxxed unless we know the location of the doxing. So be sure to send us your address. The scams are getting meta. Bye guys. See you next week.